Wow. So, so impactful, every story that's on here. And, Stephen, before I get started with my story, I just want to say to you that I made a pact many years ago when my children became of age of driving. And I'm proud to say that anytime that they drank, they would call me before anything, because I told them I would never punish them or whatnot, give them a hard time, even the next day when they're sober, go back at them or anything. Just make sure that they're safe and their friends are safe. So I love the fact that you put that out there to make a pact. So thank you so much for putting that out there. So, leaving a legacy is so important among our children because they're the ones who are just going to hold everything. So I'm just going to follow the trend there with children. I think it's important that we understand that their future and how we teach them and what we teach them now is not just going to carry them through their lives, but it's going to carry their children, their grandchildren, and so on and so forth. Like Jill says, it goes generational. And so one of the things that, is very important is people don't understand is that nobody really is educated on what happens when someone steals your identity and misuses it. No one understands the magnitude of the negativity that happens in your life. I mean, you just think about it, right? Let's think about our children. Most of us here have children that are either at working age or getting ready to be working or are heading in that direction. And what if their person, who they are, gets attacked? How valuable will they be in the working world? How valuable would they be in the world that values who you are before what you can show them that you can do? How valuable would it be when they can Google them and find out that, oh my God, this is not the person that I want in my circle? And all because of something that someone else did, not necessarily them. And so when that happens, it really impacts them because it's going to impact what they're going to do with their lives, what direction they're going to take in their lives. And then it's going to impact their families, their children, their wives or husbands, their significant others. It's going to impact every avenue of their life just because somebody decided that they were going to do something under their name. And I'll just give you a point and check. There's a gal who had a roommate in college who she didn't think about this as many years ago, right? Not really years ago. And she had a roommate that stole her identity. And for years, she did the most unmentionable things. And when they went looking for the real Jane Smith, they went to her door. And I'm smiling, but it's not really funny that they knocked on her door, handcuffed her, took her out of her building in front of her family, and brought her to jail. They didn't ask her, did you really do this? They said, this is what you're accused of doing, and we're taking you in. Now, the money was just another issue, hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix it. And today it pops up every so often. If somebody does a Google search, and guess what? Something that she didn't do pops up. And that affects her children. It affects her parents. So it affected so many people in her life that she had thought, oh my gosh, if I had just protected my identity, if I had known to protect my identity, then this may not have happened. It probably wouldn't have happened. So I would love to leave a legacy of being able to teach people how important it is to not just protect your identity, but to protect the identity of your children so that in the future, you're not going through what this poor girl is going through.